HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Hello, everybody, and welcome to HCAM News Live. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy. HCAM News Live is live every Thursday from 6:30 to 7 p.m. On today's edition of HCAM News Live, the Hopkinton Select Board welcomed 2 new police officers. We'll tell you about some great upcoming events in Hopkinton, and we have the latest Hillers highlights from their Week 5 games versus Bellingham. But first, we want to take this time to thank all of the veterans out there for their service to our country. And we have highlights from yesterday's Hopkinton Veterans Day ceremony at the Town Common. So without further ado, let's show you some highlights of the Veterans Day ceremony from yesterday afternoon.
We're going to begin this morning by first counting our blessings. Sometimes we forget to appreciate the good things God has bestowed, and we let our difficulties consume us. As we take time to honor our veterans today, and we focus on the sacrifices they made on our behalf, let us all find peace and gratification in our own lives. We ask that God to help us pay homage to those veterans who seek only acceptance, and let this day be a respite for all. Amen.
In Flanders Fields, the poppies glow. Between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place within the sky, larks still bravely singing fly. Scarce herds in the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunsets glow. We loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from falling hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with those who die. We shall not sleep as poppies grow in Flanders Fields. Thank you.
As Mr. Whalen mentioned, I recently completed the work portion of my Eagle Scout project. I learned there was a need that would not only benefit our veterans, but also our community. I wanted to clean the Veterans Memorial, which is located behind me and to my left, and beautify the area surrounding the Town Common so that people could more easily read and remember those who served in the wars, which commemorates the memorial. The far left panel on the memorial remembers those who served in the conflicts in Afghanistan, Lebanon, Panama, Kosovo, and Haiti. The large middle panel remembers those who served in Vietnam, World War II, and the Korean conflict. The right panel remembers those who served in the Persian Gulf, Grenada, Bosnia, Somalia, and Iraq. I hope you can enjoy a moment today or on your next walk and remember those who served in these wars.
You know, last month when Mike asked me to speak today, I was truly humbled. I was truly honored. But I asked myself, why me? I never served in the military, but I knew one thing, and that is I knew I would be here today. As I started thinking about what I might say today, the thing that kept coming to mind was thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your dedication. And thank you for your commitment to our great nation. since I was a small child, has always been impressed that someone was willing to leave their home, leave their community, their friends, their family, in order to serve our great nation. The courage that it takes is enormous. Yesterday, I was attending a virtual summit, and Robert O'Neill, who retired from SEAL Team 6 and is professed to have killed Osama bin Laden, was speaking. He said something, and many even the ultimate sacrifice.
Yes, today serves as a reminder to be thankful. And we need this occasion because it is only natural during our busy lives to be more focused on our daily routines than the world we live in, as the existence of our good fortune is not often questioned or contemplated. More specifically, today is a reminder of our obligation to veterans, our obligation to fulfill promises made by our forefathers, promises to honor and take care of our veterans, and if needed, their surviving families. For so many generations, military veterans have been an important part of the Hopkinton community. Whether by design or circumstance, they have served and contributed not only as outspoken leaders, but also as quiet, compassionate, hard-working men and women, passing on their traditional American values.
A great job there, as usual, by the American Legion Post 202 adjutant in planning the annual Veterans Day ceremony at the Hopkinton Town Common this year. Typically would be at the Senior Center, but of course this year they wanted to host it outside due to the, well, it is nice weather, but also the pandemic, of course. But a great job, as usual, by American Legion Post 202. And again, from all of us at HCAM, we thank all of those veterans who have served our country. Big thank you as we honor our veterans during Veterans Week this week. Well, the Hopkinton Police Department, they have some help coming. They're going to have 2 new officers that are going to be at the police department. And at this past week's select board meeting, those officers were sworn in. So let's take a look at 2 new police officers being welcomed to town at this past week's select board meeting.
October 22nd, not only did they both complete the academy, they both excelled. In fact, Brittany even won the 110% award. I suspect, and I've heard rumors, that there might have been a little competitive edge between the two, but that's a good thing. Tonight, as your chief, I am proud to bring them before you. Back in January, when you interviewed them, you saw their quality as candidates. What makes me especially proud tonight is that beyond intellect, knowledge, training, and education, these candidates possess the values that we treasure in our police department and in our community. We all know what professional, caring, and empathetic police officers look like. We see them around town every day. If appointed tonight, I celebrate welcoming Brittany Firth and Nathan Wright to the Hopkinton Police family and to the entire Hopkinton community. Through you, Mr. Chair, I present Brittany Firth and Nathan Wright for your consideration and final appointment to the Hopkinton Police Department.
Thank you very much, Chief. So we have already gone through, Mr. Kamala, we've already gone through this interview process for these two candidates. I remember it very vividly. So I guess I would open it up now to the board if they have any questions for either or both candidates, and then we'll make a motion. So Mr. Nasrullah.
Yeah, real quick, how much of your police academy was done remotely?
None.
None?
Sir, we had no remote training during our academy. It was all in person.
Awesome.
Fantastic. You know, I feel horrible for all the kids that are going to college and having it all be remote. I'm glad you were able to experience the whole police academy. And, you know, I think it's incredible that you both excelled the way you did, 110%. That's incredible. Really proud of both of you.
I always say when we go through this process that you guys as new patrolmen and women have kind of hit the lottery that you get to start your career here. So welcome to Hopkinton. Thank you very much. And I don't believe, I mean, you guys are welcome to ask us questions if you have any, but you know, if the academy taught you anything, I'm sure it's less is more. So
That's not going to happen. Mr. Chair, that's not going to happen.
right. So I will entertain a motion to, let me just grab this, to appoint Brittany Firth and Nathan Wright as police officers for the town of Hopkinton.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Any further discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Nasrullah, how do you vote?
Nasrullah, yes.
Mr. Herr?
Herr, yes.
Ms. Lafreniere?
Yes.
Ms. Ritterbusch?
Ritterbusch, yes.
Headstone, yes. Welcome to Hopkinton, Brittany and Nate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Now get out there and start keeping our town safe.
Mr. Chair, if you would, Mr. Deegan's here and he's offered to give their oath of office.
Absolutely.
Just right out of the way.
Okay. Hi there, folks.
Hi, Deegs.
Brittany, I'll help you out first. If you please raise your right hand. Do you, Brittany Firth, solemnly swear that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the United States of America and to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and that you will support the Constitution and laws thereof, so help you God?
I swear.
And do you also accept the office of police officer for the police force of the town of Hopkinton and agree to obey and be bound by such rules and regulations as are now or may be from time to time laid down for the governing of the police department of the town of Hopkinton, and to carry out your duties as a police officer faithfully, impartially, and to the best of your ability?
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And Nathan, would you please raise your right hand? Do you, Nathan Wright, solemnly swear that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the United States of America and to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and that you will support the Constitution and the laws thereof, so help you God?
I swear.
And do you also accept the office of police officer of the police force of the town of Hopkinton and agree to obey and be bound by such rules and regulations as are now or may be from time to time laid down for the governing of the police department of the town of Hopkinton, and to carry on your duties as police officer faithfully, impartially, and to the best of your ability?
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
One more round of applause for our new appointees.
Congratulations. It's we lose a lot in the Zoom translation. That's a very meaningful oath that I certainly enjoy to be face to face with, but in these times we make do. So congratulations to both, and Chief Bennett, they are clay in your hands. Mold them.
What a great line. Clay in your hands, mold them. Well, welcome to Hopkinton, Brittany and Nathan. We're happy to have you. But we are going to take a short break. When we come back, we have the latest Hopkinton Hillers sports highlights, plus a whole lot more. We'll tell you about some cool upcoming events in town. So stick around. You are tuned in to HCAM News Live.
HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
Help your community to collect food for the Project Just Because Hopkinton Food Pantry, the Scouting for Food Drive.
Place food items for donation in plastic bags near your mailbox by 10 a.m. on Saturday.
Some items the food pantry is in most need of include
Gift cards, canned meats,
gluten-free foods,
baking items,
paper and cleaning products, and toiletries.
If you wish to donate but don't have enough time to shop, you can donate online.
Thank you for helping our local residents in need.
And welcome back to HCAM News Live. Believe it or not, we are nearing the end of the Fall 1 sports season, and last weekend was another loaded weekend of Hopkinton Hillers sports as they took on Bellingham. It was the final week for the boys and girls soccer teams, and field hockey was also in action, and it was a great weekend of winning for the Hillers. So let's take a look at the highlights from this past weekend. The Hopkinton Hillers took on Bellingham this past weekend in field hockey and soccer. 4 games took place this past Saturday. It was the final weekend for Hillers soccer. In Game 1, it was JV girls soccer, and Emily Hayward netted the first goal of the game with under 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Dribbled that ball away. She was just looking for a chance for it to hit the ground, and she would take it from there.
Sends it up.
There you go. Look at that.
Finds Hayward.
There it is.
There is a goal. Emily Hayward makes it 1-0.
Yep, put that ball in front. Let somebody else take it. And what a great job outrunning her defender.
Then about 3 minutes into the second quarter, Emma Champlin netted a goal near the corner of the box to make it 2-0.
I mean, you know, if you needed a field for a game.
There's a strong boot there, and that's in. Look at that. Emma Champlin bangs it in to make it 2-0.
Just over 5 minutes left in the second, Ariana Schaefer adds on another for the Hillers.
So will it all be at the gazebo? Or?
All at the gazebo, correct.
White airs it out to the net. That's a loose ball. It's put in. There with the goal is Ariana Schaefer. A 3-0 lead for the Hillers. And you could give Veronica White the assist there.
So nice play, just dumped there right in front, and someone has to get to it first.
Hopkinton took the game over Bellingham by a final of 4-0. Next up was the girls' varsity game. Alexis Veal found Lexi Trendle with just over 10 minutes left in the first quarter.
Here's Title. Veal with the shot out in front, and it's put in. It went off of Trendle, I believe. She got the last touch on it.
In the second quarter, the Hillers would add more goals. Ava Perlov nets this goal with just below 11 and a half minutes left.
Butler sends it up looking for Perlov. Found her. Perlov trying to work through. Nice move there. There goes Perlov. Airs it out to the net, off the goalkeeper's hand and in. What a beauty by Ava Perlov. And it's 2-0 Hillers.
Gabriella Siri finds Lexi Veal with 6:05 left.
Siri will take it. Free kick, rather. Out in front, Veal, shot, goal! 3-0 Hillers.
Brooke Birtwhistle adds yet another Hillers goal about 90 seconds later to make it 4-0.
Nice move there, sends it over. Birtwhistle airs it out to the net. And that's in! Brooke Birtwistle hit that one so hard she almost broke the back of the net. 4-0 Hillers.
Hillers took the game over Bellingham by a final of 5-0. After girls varsity soccer, it was time for JV field hockey, and it was Kylie Locke time. Third quarter, and just over 6.5 minutes left, Kylie Locke makes it 1-0.
Lily Anderson trying to break free. Pass up. Closing in. Shot. And that's in! And that was Kylie Locke with the goal.
Less than a minute after her first goal, Kylie Locke scores her second goal of the game.
Pass to the front.
Locke. Shot is diverted. Secondary attempt. Turned away. Still in the attack zone. Locke launches it into the net. How about another one for Kylie Locke?
2-0 game with just over a couple minutes left to go. And guess what? Kylie Locke does it again.
Look out. Going for the hat trick. There's a shot and it's put in.
There it is.
Kylie Locke does it again. And I believe that was all Locke. Lily Anderson was there, but I think it was just the initial shot by Locke that put it in.
The Hillers JV team took the win over Bellingham 3-0. Final game of the Saturday action, Hillers varsity battled Bellingham. In the third quarter, Vani Sharma found the net to make it 1-0.
Mara Souza sends it up. Over to Sarah Doyle. Doyle trying to close in. Spits it out and turns it around out in front of the net. And it's put in! Vani Sharma on the goal.
Bellingham scored a goal of their own in the fourth quarter, and the game ended in a 1-1 draw. Hillers boys soccer took on Bellingham this past Sunday. Varsity soccer got the action started off. First quarter, about 5.5 minutes in, Bellingham got the scoring started. 1-0 Bellingham into the third quarter, but with just over 12.5 minutes left, the Hillers respond.
It's intercepted. Gon steps up. He's going to move into the attack now. Vasington on the ball. Vasington's got it. Vasington's got a clear shot here on goal, and he's just scored it.
What a nice goal by Vasington.
Sam Vasington nets the game-tying goal. Several minutes later, Owen Schnorr strikes.
Confident on the Paul Peter. He's beat his man. And he crosses it to Schnorr, who takes a controlling touch and blasts it into the far corner for a Hopkinton lead.
A 2-1 Hillers lead in the fourth quarter, and with just below 8 minutes left, Schnorr adds yet another on a penalty kick.
Penalty kick this season. Strongly connected with that one and put it into the side netting.
I thought that was going to come out of the back of the net.
Hillers take the game 3-1 over Bellingham in their season finale. Hillers JV was next up, and they had themselves quite a good day. Noah Lee Thomas makes it 1-0 with 8:48 left in the first quarter.
Tika up to Lee Thomas. Into the attack zone. Nice moves in front of the net. Shot, goal! 1-0 Hillers. Noah Lee Thomas.
Just over 6 minutes later, the Hillers strike again.
Nice back pass there over to Batika. Working up front, Bielobreski takes the shot. It's in!
Andrew Brzeski strikes and makes it a 2-0 Hillers lead. Hopkinton took the season finale by a final of 9-0, and that wrapped up a great season of Hillers soccer and another terrific weekend of Hopkinton Hillers Fall 1 season athletics. And there you have it. Some great highlights from this past weekend for Hillers Sports. And guess what? We have another final weekend of Hillers Sports coming up for you starting on Saturday. And in fact, they're only going to be playing on Saturday because, believe it or not, it is the last weekend of the fall sports one season. Saturday, November 14th, it'll be Hillers versus Medway. We'll have JV field hockey at 10 a.m., followed by varsity field hockey at 11:45 a.m. As we've been doing all season long, those games will be live on HCAM Ed, as well as our YouTube page, youtube.com/HCAMTV. But don't worry, winter sports, they're coming up soon. And if you listen to our interview with Rich Cormier, the Hopkinton High School athletic director, on HCAM Sports Talk Live yesterday, you heard some great things about how good it's looking, that we'll have pretty much a full slate of winter sports. And of course, we'll be covering all the home games. HCAM, of course, we have a new live schedule. These are our weekly programs. Mondays and Wednesdays, you catch the Hopkinton Hangout Hour, Mondays at 2 p.m., Wednesdays at 7 p.m., and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Very important. HCAM Sports Talk Live, getting you up to date on everything happening locally. And then, of course, you get HCAM News Live every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. And then we have The Gathering in Quarantine, Keep Moving, and on Sunday at 10:30, the combined Christian church services. Keeping things moving right along, Massachusetts celebrating Diwali coming up, and you are cordially invited to light a lamp. This is a meeting via Zoom. A lot of local personalities and community groups are helping host this event. So that is tomorrow, November 13th, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. to celebrate Diwali. You can find more details on our website, hcam.tv. And also some other community events coming up. We have the Arts in Bloom event. It's an Arts in Bloom gallery over at the HCA from November 13th to December 19th. And also, the HCA is hosting a live cabaret open mic on Friday, November 20th. And the Hopkinton Women's Club, they have a whole lot of things going on as well. Head over to their website for more details. Also, coming up this weekend, Art Lights the Night, the virtual Hopkinton Center for the Arts Gala. That'll take place 7 to 9 p.m. So you can find a whole lot more details about that on our website, hcam.tv, or the HCA website, and you can buy tickets there as well. Photos of the week: Hopkinton Boy Scout Ryan Brennan cleaned up veteran memorials on the town common for his Eagle Scout project. Great photo of him there. And then town clerk Connor Deegan and the election staff, they counted mail-in ballots at the Hopkinton Town Hall. And then a great picture from our own Mike Terosian, a couple of hawks fighting in his backyard. Cool picture, Mike. And then the Hopkinton Hillers girls soccer team, they end a successful season with a 3-0 win over Bellingham. Town government meetings coming up next week on HCAM Live. We'll have the planning board Monday, November 16th at 7 p.m. And then over on HCAM Ed, we will have the school committee Thursday, November 19th at 7 p.m. And of course, you can find all the town government meeting info at hopkintonma.gov. All right. Well, believe it or not, we are just about out of time. And just a reminder, you can catch HCAM News Live every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. But from all of us at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll talk to you again soon. Have a good evening, everyone.